I wanted to do a video about moving in with your partner because I talked with one of my coworkers a few weeks ago. It came up. I see it's something that is really important that people talk about online, and so I wanted to give my 2 cents as always, and let you guys know how I feel about the situation. So basically, I'm writing about it in my book, and I think there's a few things that you need to consider before you actually move in with your Japanese girlfriend. Like, of course, let's imagine a hypothetical situation. Let's imagine you're quite lovey-dovey. You're feeling the vibes. You've been with this person for some time, and you think like she could be the one. And it's time to kind of move together. Maybe you're on your road to a more serious relationship. Maybe you're just, seeing how things go. But either way, before you do that, you need to understand where you're at. Okay. And if you've been around for a while, I'm saying that over here you're kind of on the away team. What I mean by that is like you're at an inherent disadvantage in pretty much everything that you do here, right? And it might sound quite negative, but I'll explain what I mean and why it's not really a big deal if you kind of take a few proactive measures before you really do anything serious. Like, it's just like with anything. If you know what you're getting yourself into, it should be fine, right? But I think a lot of the problems happen when, and it happened for me too, like, when you don't really know what you're getting yourself into, you start kind of doing things and things kind of progress. And then next thing you know, you're kind of in over, not over your head, but you feel the water starting to rise up to a level that you really didn't expect. Like in an action movie when the person's like trapped in flooded waters. It's like, uh-oh, this water is kind of coming in pretty fast. Like, what am I going to do? Except here, you really don't have anyone or any people to help you out. So you kind of got to figure it out. That's what I had to do. And so moving in together is a really, really important stage that can kind of take you in unexpected places. So we have to talk about the things that you need to mentally prepare for and understand before crossing that threshold, right? And so let's go back to the conversation that I was having with my coworker a few days ago. And I won't put everything out there, for him, but basically he's in a situation where he was about to move in. And I was basically like, look, unless certain situations are kind of met from the beginning. For example, you come here, we're on, we call it an expat package, meaning like let's say you've been hired by a company. Let me go up this overpass. You've been hired by uh, a foreign company, right? Like, let's say an American company, for example. They send you over here for work. They set you up with a dope apartment. You have a really high salary, probably based in dollars or something like that. Because of your job, if you have that situation, you are totally fine. You're made in the shade. But everyone else who, comes over to Japan trying to make it, trying to hustle, trying to grind and figure things out, generally speaking, like, unless you have a Seishain job, which is a regular employee contract, meaning kind of you have guaranteed work, is basically what it comes down to. And what that means is for a real estate company, you're completely stable, right? Your salary is basically guaranteed. Let me give you a quick shot of a Motesando since we're here. This is like a Motesando. It's kind of like the trendy uh, area. I used to work up the street that way and to the left, like 10 years ago. Oh snap! Um, like over 10 years ago, I used to work over here. But anyway, so yeah, because I know you guys don't like it when I get all sidetracked. So if you're not on that type of contract, like uh, if you're on that type of contract, sorry, if you're on that type of contract, it's fine, right? You can basically write your own ticket, especially if you have a certain salary benchmarks. Like you kind of got a nice job basically, then you're fine. But besides that, you're more than likely going to need assistance from your girl, and especially if she has that Seishan job and you don't, because and this happened in my situation as well, because Oh, they got the event here. Basically because I wasn't, I was like a contract employee, and so which means like I could kind of get fired at any point, and the landlord generally wasn't trying to rock with that. And plus, on top of that, I'm a foreign guy, so basically, the lease was in her name. You can kind of, you can kind of see where this is going, but so the lease was in her name, so I was just paying money, and that happened. That was basically the way it went. Like I think one, two, three, like the first couple places we lived in, it was like they were like, hey, who, it's her place. Basically, I'm at her place. Now you might think like, okay, y'all might talk about it. Here's the thing where it gets kind of a little, you got to be a little bit careful because y'all might talk about it, and this was never an issue with me, right? But y'all might talk about it, and she might be cool with it and things like that, or she might say she's cool with it at first, but let's you being the man in the relationship, generally speaking, at some point, more than likely, she's gonna want you to take the manly responsibility. She might not even want you to, but it will be nice if you did. She might not pressure you depending on who she is, but it would be nice if you did. That's just the way it is. And your name being on the lease, you being like able to take responsibility, the psychological load off of her mind, is pretty much a big thing, right? But sorry, passing the Louis Vuitton store over here. Let me just show you this. So, but if you can't, I mean, again, depending on your relationship, it might be totally fine. But the thing is, it's not like if everything is cool. If everything's cool, everything's cool, right? That's the most important thing. But if things go wrong, right? If things go wrong, you have no recourse in this situation. Basically at any time of her fancy, you're at her mercy. She can literally call the police and be like, get this guy out of here. You have a big fight, you cheat. Hopefully you don't. Something happens, you're out of there, right? And there's nothing you can do because you have no legal recourse. It doesn't matter what you said. There's no contract, and this isn't your home country, so there's nothing you. Hey, what's up? There's nothing you can really do, right? So what I was telling the person, what I recommend you guys do is to first off understand that before you go into any situation that you're at a disadvantage no matter what you say. If it goes down, it goes down. That's it, right? And two, have yourself a nest egg. Like, I don't know if you might want to share that fact with her or not. It's really kind of going to be kind of like up to your discretion. But I would say at least, for the first year that y'all are living together, my advice would be definitely have a nest egg, a private stash of money where if you need to put your hands on some cash, like you can put your hands on some cash and get up out of there, like without any issues. Just because like the last thing you want to have happen is her to tell you get out, and you end up sleeping on your friend's couch, right? And all of your clothes, all of your furniture that you guys went half on, that's all hers. That's all repossessed. This is a wrap. So, and what, like, okay, let's maybe some comments might be like, yo, that's not gonna be me. I'll do that. What you gonna do? Really? Come on now. Be real with yourself. What you gonna do? You gonna start throwing stuff around? You gonna start breaking stuff so she can call the police? And then, and then you can get thrown into a detention center and disappear for like several weeks, like and then get deported, because that's really what will happen, right? So that's what I mean by being on the away team. Like, you got to just understand the disadvantages that you're in, and just take appropriate actions. I'm not saying like your girl, your wifey, your boo thing is gonna do that to you, right? I'm not saying that at all. Like, that didn't happen to me. I had like plenty of big fights with my wife at the time. Sometimes, she's like, get out and stuff like that. And yeah, I took a walk around the block, and, I was really pissed off or really upset. But, we worked it out and it was fine. But it didn't really dawn. I'm telling you guys this because it really didn't dawn on me when I was going through it. That was a potentiality for me. And I just want to let you guys know that it is. So, maybe some guys who are dealing with that, or who have dealt with that, please let me know in the comments or whatever. But that's about it. So I'm gonna get up out of here, record some more stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.